Freedom Whiskey Podcast. Two guys unfiltered, unedited, extremely opinionated, drinking whiskey. What could go wrong? Be warned, they don't care about your feelings. Just freedom and liberty, and of course, whiskey.
Welcome to the podcast. On YouTube, anyway.
Hey, guys. Apparently, I've been having issues with that Facebook page ever since we
got popped that day?
Yep. Ever since we got popped that day, they've been doing something weird.
Yeah, and it's not letting us go live. Even though, didn't we win the appeal?
Yeah, we won the appeal, but I'm sure whoever watched it went ahead and was like, yeah, they won, but we don't like their discussions.
Yeah.
Hell,
because I'm trying.
Soon we might be on fucking Twitter.
I'm trying. It's just saying sending data. So well, you just have to post the video like you did last time.
Yeah, that's fine.
So like I said, we're live on YouTube. So if you want to make a post while we're doing this on Facebook, just to let everybody know that we are live on YouTube. And
yes, and boss.
If they want to jump on there, I have a whole bunch of other stuff going on my computer right now.
See, that's what happens. What did I just tell you a few minutes ago?
No,
like, everything's going great.
Well, we had this issue last week on Facebook. I'm just gonna have to get on there and try something and see what's happening. So we'll just get it going with it on YouTube right now. Let's ding us for something. Anyway, welcome to the podcast, Liberty Freedom Whiskey. I thought it was out, but I'm drinking the last of my banana whiskey, the Howler Monkey. What's up, Aaron? Glad you grabbed us on YouTube because I just said Facebook is some reason. We got dinged a couple weeks ago and we won our appeal, but we hadn't been able to get back on live for some reason.
What the fuck is going on with my eyes? Look at my eyes. What happened? I'll go over here. Let's see. No? Over here?
Why is there two of you?
Why does one of me seem to be having a fucking seizure? What the shit?
Look, I ain't watching this. I don't know whether there's two of Holster on here, and one of them has Tourette's or something.
Oh, I couldn't make this shit up if I tried.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
Turn my camera off and turn it back on.
Let me see. Nope, still doing it. Let me. I'm just going to let me delete it and put it back on there. That's
no, it's even part of the green screen.
That is hilarious.
No, the hell it isn't. Hang on. You go ahead with the first story. I'm going to restart my camera.
Yeah, it's something with your camera because I just redid you and you're still having Tourette's. All right. Well, the first story anyway, this happened a couple weeks ago or something like that. And if anybody's ever been in New Orleans or anything, Chris Owens, she was a performer. She owns her own bar or nightclub or however on Bourbon Street. It's been there since I've been a little kid. I think she might have been a stripper. I'm not real sure. Anyway,
no, that's the Congressman.
No. This is Chris Owens I'm talking about. I sent this to you. I just wanted to talk about it so while you're fiddling with your camera. Anyways, beloved New Orleans performer Chris Owens passed away Tuesday ahead of her Easter parade. April.
Was it sudden?
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't, I don't think she was sick. Legendary Bourbon Street performer and club owner Chris Owens died Tuesday. I'm going to tell you that her club was on Bourbon Street so long. I remember being a little kid wanting to go in there, and even in high school before I was old enough, under, the age to be able to go in. That's how long it's been there. So she opened her first club on Bourbon Street in 1957. She rose to fame as a singer, dancer, and entertainer. Owens was planning her annual Easter parade, which she has led since the 1980s, The parade will roll in Owens' honor on Easter Sunday, which is tomorrow. Fans shared their sentiments. That's not it. I'm tongue-tied. They shared their thoughts and memories of past shows through social media of her. Here, I did put some pictures of her. This was a more recent picture of her. I mean, you can tell she has plastic surgery done there. And this was an older picture when she was younger. You can see how she was, probably, So, well, that's her up there. Now, some of the people just, said, I loved her. She once called me up on stage during French Quarter Fest to dance with her. She also used to call me her honey bunny. I just got the news she passed away today, and I'm going to miss her. Long live the Queen of Bourbon Street. Rest in peace. She truly originally a New Orleans. She was like a landmark on there and stuff like that. So, she was older. I mean, you can see she was in her, but she opened her first club in 1957, so she was probably born in the 40s or something like that. But anyway, she'd been around a long time. When me and Holstera went down there, we actually walked past there. I think I might have mentioned it to them or not. It's like a landmark, so she's definitely going to be missed down in that area, even though New Orleans has turned into a shithole. So, have you got your camera fixed?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. See, I got you back. Let me resize you, and we'll.
Yeah, it was the battery. Believe it or not, the battery's hot as hell.
I wonder it don't plug in.
Well, it plugs in now. I just ripped the battery out of it. It's a GoPro.
Well, went limp. All right. Well, that was Chris Owens. She was a landmark down there. I mean, so I don't know if you remember me pointing her building out or not to you when we were down there. Don't know who you're talking to, but it's not me. And can't hear you.
I have it muted on purpose. Right. I have both of my little ones here.
Tell her have a good day and go play with the blue toilet water.
Oh, I wish. Never mind.
Oh, did you want me to open this thing you sent or what?
Yeah. Go ahead and
It's not going to get us kicked off of YouTube, is it?
There's no nudity.
All right. He sent this to me. I don't know what it is. Let's see what it is here. If you went to Bourbon Street, Aaron, it's a good chance that you had been there. Oh, Lord. What is this? It's a shirt, I think. I'm scared to. It's got a plastic tag on it. It ain't got no cocks or nothing on it, huh?
I told you there is no nudity. I ain't lied to you yet.
No, you haven't. Let's see. What is this? This a bib?
No.
Fuck.
It's for when you cook.
Oh, you got me an apron? I'll turn this way first. me and Holster had this joke going. We'll eventually let it out, but it's a joke between me and him. But this here is it's a man's chest and he's naked, and there's a sheep. I don't have to, and the sheep's tongue is sticking out. Look at.
He's got smoke coming out of his ears.
Just like so. I mean, you can get the gist of it there.
So when you're cooking,
I will.
You wear a cowboy hat.
I might. I'm boiling crawfish tomorrow for Easter with a family function, and we're boiling it's 2 sacks, so it's about 60 to 70 pounds of crawfish. I might just wear it tomorrow for the send you a picture.
I won't say her name, but Bam's daughter would probably get a damn kick out of that.
No, Aaron, as you can see, it was not yoga pants.
No, I got the yoga pants.
That Holstera is the yogurt pants connoisseur over there. What
Make
next?
My ass look wonderful.
I don't want to see it in there. The next Holstera actually picked almost all of these stories out, so they're on him tonight, except for that first one.
No, you got another one, the living with a gun owner.
Yeah, well, we can get to it. But, I mean, I'm just throwing stuff out. I've been, as y'all said, I've been working on the roof of the clubhouse over here for the third weekend in a row now. I got one whole side finished. I started on the other side. So if you ever put a metal roof on a mobile home, that's 80 feet long.
Putting a metal roof on anything is a bitch.
It's not fun. Okay, I've up and down the ladder and stuff like that. So I'm pretty wore. I was just dripping. I even forgot to change my shirt. I still got my motor cop shirt on. My other shirt's in there and tried to change it. So excuse my attire. This next one, you can read it, since that is the media silence on Psaki's Fox slur.
1 second. I'm having a me fucking moment. Anyway,
I think it's funny that I'm going to go back and watch your little Tourette's camera issue there. That was hilarious. That was just with your eyes just beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, I don't know. That was the camera spazzing. I guess it was like overheating the battery, which turned into some nonsense. Either way, media silence on Jen Psaki's Fox slur and conflict of interest speaks volumes. Remember when it was considered a direct assault on America's democracy for a president to answer a reporter's question if his tone rubbed the media the wrong way? What a difference a change in administration can make, so long as the new one is headed by a Democrat. With Joe Biden in the White House, it's apparently barely worth a murmur when his press secretary says out loud that a well-known journalist questions her like a stupid son of a bitch. Jen Psaki actually said that Thursday evening during a live audience recording of the Liberal podcast, referring to Pete Ducey of Fox News, she said he works for a network that provides people with questions that nothing personal to any individual, including Peter Ducey, but might make anyone sound like a stupid son of a bitch.
Peter Ducey.
Yeah, whatever. If it weren't for the media melting down every time former President Donald Trump or one of his spokespersons cracked a joke or mocked a reporter, Psaki's remarks might just be taken as a lame ribbing. But there's also wildly inappropriate dealings she engaged in with NBC to get her own show as soon as she leaves the White House. A deal she reportedly locked in even as she's been working as the Biden administration's top spokesperson, which that's a no-no. You can't double dip.
It's like some kind of conflict of interest thing.
It is, extremely.
Right there.
And if it would have been McEnany, they would have crucified her. In effect, NBC's news division, yes, it still has one of those in theory, and MSNBC have been actively covering a senior White House official who the reporters known is their soon-to-be colleague. If we found out that Sarah Sanders or Kellyanne McEnany had been in talks with Fox News for even just contributor roles while they were still working in the Trump White House, we would have never heard the end of it, as it would have been earth-shattering scandal. Yeah. I just said that. It's completely one-sided. This whole bullshit has been.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Biden's attacks on America, and, everybody's like, oh, good job, good job. Trump wants to save American lives and keep people out of the country, and then change a lot of policies that made a lot of people that were lower income very wealthy.
Well, do you know how many illegal immigrants come up? I don't know if I just glanced at the story. I don't know if they crossed the border or they actually just came to the border. They probably crossed the border last month alone that they know about.
Oh, yeah, probably 1 million people.
No, it's 221,000. That might have just been in Texas. I'm not sure. But 221,000 illegal. I think so far they've had over 1 million.
That's
total.
insane. Give me a minute. I got to make a call.
Over 1 million illegals come in. All Biden wants to do is destroy this country. They got with their Green New Deal crap they want to do, and all these infrastructure bills and all that stuff. They're just going to just totally destroy this country. And it's sad to say, it's just my opinion, of course, that even if Trump gets back in office in 2024, Biden and Camel Toe are doing so much damage to this country right now. It would probably take him more than 8 years to fix all the damage they're doing to it, unfortunately. We still got, 2.5, 3 years left of them. It's just ridiculous. This next story, got a picture here. Let's see, where's she at? Right here. This lady right here. Say lady, this woman. She is a former stripper, and she is running for Congress. And she says that the climate emergency is partially prompted her decision to get an abortion a while back. Her name is Alexander Hunt. She was a part-time stripper and recently started an OnlyFans account during her run for Congress. So if you would like to see your possible new congresswoman, if you're going to vote for her, I guess naked doing stuff, you could join her OnlyFans page. A Pennsylvania candidate for the U.S. House has been open about her past as a part-time stripper in college and her decision to get an abortion when she was just 18 years old. So she murdered
Brown chicken, brown cow.
She murdered her child when she was 18 years old. Alexander Hunt, who is running for the Democratic nomination for a Philadelphia area congressional district, has used her past to drive attention to her progressive campaign platform, including by starting an OnlyFans page for herself that is not associated with her campaign. That means it's probably a bunch of tits and ass on it.
Probably.
In May of 2021, a video posted to Twitter, Hunt described what led her to get an abortion a decade ago. So that child would have been 10 years old then. So she must be 28, wanting to be in a congressperson. When I was 8,
well, why not? I mean, the nuclear waste guy, he was doing bondage porn.
Yeah.
He works as our nuclear waste supervisor.
Mm-hmm. That's that transgender dude.
Yes.
When I was 18, I was part of the 2% of people who can get pregnant on birth control, and I found out I was pregnant, and I decided that I was not ready to bring a child into this world, and I decided to get an abortion, Hunt says in the video. Hunt went on to say that the state of the world back then and today was not the kind of place you would want to bring a child into anyway. I, as a person, was not ready to bring a child into this world, but also the world was not in a state and is not 10 years later, is not in a state. Okay, I'm just confused whoever wrote it or if that's how she said it. She also lists the reason she thought the world was not in a state for her to raise a child. She got an abortion basically because she's selfish and greedy. Because she didn't want the responsibility of raising a child. She wanted to continue her stripping, partying ways, and the child would have gotten in the way of that, possibly made her a responsible adult. My generation faces a lack of jobs. Bullshit. There's shit ton of jobs out there. They have places they can't find people to work. A lack of a living wage. I believe fucking McDonald's is paying $12, $13, someplace sometimes $15 an hour.
Look, around here, yeah, there's one that pays $18.
So, more lies. A housing crisis. I don't think there's a housing crisis. Have you heard about a housing crisis?
Hell yeah, down here? You shitting me?
They're building houses around here like freaking hotcakes.
Well, they're building them, but I mean, the problem is we've seen such a huge influx that our population almost doubled here. So there's no houses, and people are going in and houses that are being sold for $250,000, $300,000. These, I call it Yankee money. They show up and go, hey, I'll pay you exactly double what you're asking if you sign the paperwork right now.
Well, affordable housing crisis. Well, I can say shit does cost a lot of money nowadays, but you can thank your President Joe Biden for that. The climate emergency. Yeah, it's just the climate's just out of control. Just out of control. Just as stupid. I guess I'm one of them people they would call a climate denier. I believe that the Earth's going to do what the Earth's going to do, no matter what we're here doing to it. Oh, also the prison industrial complex, and the list goes on. And I wanted to offer my child a better place. It's probably a good thing you didn't have a child, because you'd probably would have talked them into being a non-binary transgender tree that identified as a rabbit or something. I don't know. Hunt said she got her abortion through Planned Parenthood. Go fucking figure. Why don't they just call it Planned Kill My Child? Because Planned Parenthood has nothing to do with parenthood. It has everything to do with not having the people become a parent. And in that decision was made with a lot of love. I'm glad you just loved killing your unborn child.
Right.
I mean, there's lots of serial killers out there. They loved killing people too, and they put them in jail for it. In a December tweet, Hunt said, having an abortion enabled me to progress in my career, cut ties in an abusive relationship, and get to a place of economic security so I can properly care for my future children when I'm ready to become a mother. She don't need one. And she's got an OnlyFans page now, so she quit stripping, but she's still, flaunting her twat out there for the world to see to make money on it. So, I mean, you went from showing your tits to your twat. So, I mean, we went from one T to the other. So, I mean, yeah, I'm very impressed with you, honey. I'm very impressed with you.
She looks like she has a mustache on the right.
And she's not even that good looking.
No.
Aaron says they do provide a lot of other health services. Well, I believe you.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Call them and ask them where you can pick up your birth control, and they'll laugh at you and say, no, we do abortions here, not preventative.
So I don't know. I've never had to deal with them. It's not a real big thing down in this area. I don't think we even have I don't know how many abortion clinics we even have in the state of Louisiana. It's just not real a big thing down here. So I don't know. Anyway, Hunt told Fox Digital in a statement that she believes her decision to be open about her previous career is resonating with voters.
I bet.
I think she's just using, I'm running for Congress, but I got my OnlyFans page. She's just trying to make a buttload of money with her twat. And
well, it's a good way to do it.
Having the other platform. I mean, she may start farting in jars too. I don't know.
Hey, whatever. Did you see them people sell that shit?
Aaron said he used to get his free rubbers from over there. I guess. I don't know. I've never had to deal with them.
Oh, that's the health department around here. You walk in, they got a little brown paper bag. They call it a goodie bag.
Yeah, or our health clinic, health department, where you can go get all your free vaccinations for everything with kids and stuff like that. They give out free condoms. So I guess it would be the same thing, but they don't do abortions or nothing like that.
Right.
We just outraised the incumbent in the first quarter of 2022. So I think my decision to not be ashamed of how I afforded to go to college is resonating with voters. People are sick of being shamed for perfectly legitimate choices they made in their lives. So instead, let me tell you what, this bitch right here is going to be, if she gets elected, she ain't nothing but another AOC. That's all she is.
It's not true.
Oh,
I actually want to see AOC naked.
I found another news article on her saying, that she's running on a soft on crime, pro-abortion, all this kind of her platform.
Soft on crime kills babies.
Hunt is running to unseat incumbent Democrat Representative Dwight Evans in the primary election May 17th. She reported raising nearly $328,000 in the first quarter of 22, which is more than Evans' total haul of nearly $260 in the same period. However, Evans' campaign has over $769,000 total cash on hand compared to Hunt's $535,000. As far as my abortion, I was 18 and I was not able or ready to be a mother. I was just a loose slut, and I liked putting dick in it. Hunt told Fox Digital, other women, that it didn't say that. I added that to it, by the way. So fact checkers don't freak out or nothing. I just made that up. Other women who make a different choice should be respected for their choice, as long as it is actually a choice and not coerced by the government. I plan on having children and am very much looking forward to being a mother and raising my children in a safe, sustainable, just world that our movement is fighting for, she added. After taking criticism for her previous abortion and work as a stripper, she started an OnlyFans account. Yeah, oh, you want to make fun of me for being a stripper? Well, I'm going to fuck myself with a big fat dildo and you give me money to watch me do it now.
Jesus Christ.
I have no respect for this bitch here. She was continued to promote her progressive platform and state that she is not beholden to corporations. Contrary to many of our elected officials, I am now making honest money on OnlyFans instead of investing in the fossil fuel industry that's leading to the destruction of our planet, Hunt said in a post to her OnlyFans page.
Oh, God.
When all this, I bet you she had a couple doubles. DPs. Hunt also supports her campaign through an online store selling shirt that says elect hoes and I may have danced for money, but I'm no corporate whore. That's right. Yes, I want to vote for a hoe.
Did she really say that or did you make shit up?
No, that's actually right here with quotation marks. She is selling T-shirts that say elect hoes and I may have danced for money, but I'm no corporate whore. No, that's actually hers right there.
She's gonna be endorsed by Kamala Harris.
Well, I mean, they might have danced on the same pole. I mean, I don't know. The decision to be open, I'm sure she's wide open about her previous career pole dancing is twofold. Hunt said in an interview earlier this year, I was nervous that somebody would come out of the woodwork and be like, that actually looks like the stripper I used to do. Is that bitch that sucked my dick in that private back room that I paid extra $55 for with that bottle of champagne? And pull apart my campaign, Hunt told podcaster Nick Viella in February. She said she also opened up about being a stripper in order to represent sex workers. Yeah, her and Kamala have a whole bunch to talk about.
Oh, speaking of sex workers, I think that's a perfect transition into our next story.
It's one more couple sentences left. I think to fall silent on a community that is so marginalized is harmful. So I chose to fight back against the stigma and the shame that is associated with being a hooker and a professional dick sucker. And I think it's a good thing. And I'm part of it. No, don't say that. But anyway, this stupid bitch up here wants to be in Congress.
What state is she running from?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, she might win.
Yes, it's a good chance she might win up there. But then, like I said, her and Kamala can have strip-offs or something. She's going to be just another AOC.
This is a story both of us had.
What, this one?
The next one?
Yeah. Let me pull Miss Thang down. Bye-bye, ho. All right. She gone.
All right. Joe Biden and his wife earned $600,000 in income, while Kamala Harris and her husband earned $1.65 million. Tax returns show. What is this new thing everybody's got to show their taxes? Because I hate that. It's stupid.
They used to do it before. That's because Trump was like, fuck, I ain't showing y'all my shit, which I don't think they should have to.
No, it's their private information. Trust me, if there's a problem with your income, the IRS will let you know.
Mm-hmm.
President Joe Biden and the First Lady Jill Biden, oh, that gave me a bad taste in my mouth, had a joint income of more.
You keep Jill out your mouth. She probably don't shave either, so it's probably like fuzzy.
Oh, my God. You're on a kick tonight. President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden had a joint income of more than $600,000 last year. Vice President Kamala Harris and her husband earned almost triple, with more than $1.65 million in income. The tax returns were released by the White House on Friday. President Joe Biden and his wife Jill Biden earned a combined $610,702 last year. We just said that. Joe Biden's presidential salary was $378,333, slightly below the typical $400,000 annual pay because he entered office on January 20th. So they prorated his pay. First Lady Jill Biden, who teaches English and writing at Northern Virginia Community College, earned $67,116. That math don't add up.
How much?
$67,000. The couple paid an effective federal income tax rate of 24.6%. That is wrong. Should have been 32%.
Yeah, they're on their dependents.
No, it doesn't matter. That's actually the going tax rate for married filing joint. Anything above 326 is considered 32% tax, not 24%. Just a little fact check, because that's what I do for a living, which came to $150,439 and another $30,765 in their home state of Delaware. The Bidens made charitable donations totaling $17,394, which would not affect their taxes what the fuck ever, because their standard deduction is $27,000 because they're married filing joint on a senior tax return. Let's see, out of the $17,394, which does not matter, which included $5,000 to the Beau Biden Foundation, set up in the name of the president's deceased son. The previous year, the couple reported making a similar figure of $607,000, which would actually put them, 35% tax rate, not 24%. Who wrote this? A moron. Vice President Kamala Harris and her husband, Douglas Emhoff. Oh, their kid's name needs to be Jack.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was thinking the same thing.
Reportedly earning $1.6 million last year, according to their joint income tax return, which puts them in a 37% tax bracket. Unlike the Bidens, most of their income did not come from their salaries. Harris reported earnings of $452,664 from her OnlyFans account. No, I'm just kidding.
It was from the stripper.
Writer.
She sells spinning stripper poles on us.
Yeah, from her work as a writer. And the couple earned more than $319,000 from the sale of a condominium in San Francisco. I thought they weren't allowed to do that.
What?
Like, that's why Trump had to get rid of his business. Her making money as a writer.
I don't know.
Anyway, Harris' vice presidential salary came in to $215,548, slightly lower than the typical $230,700 salary due to her taking office in January 20th. We get it. They prorate shit. Her husband, Doug Emhoff, earned $164,740 from his job teaching at Georgetown Law. That's fucking frightening. He also reportedly earned $582,543 for his work as a lawyer at the law firms DLA, Piper, and Venable.
So he's teaching and he's a full-time lawyer?
Which he left in 2020 when Harris took office. They paid... See, they're fucking wrong again. They paid $523,371 in federal income tax at the effective federal income tax rate of 31.6. There is no point shit when it comes to the IRS. They don't do that. It's 37% is their tax rate. Fuck. Anyway, I'm sorry, that makes me hot. These people don't know what the hell.
I know it makes you hot, but you know what?
My nuts. Oh, God, it's Dr. Fauci. Everybody, I wonder where he is.
This is
I think
Joe.
Clinton's his ass.
I'm Joe Biden. You better keep my wife's pussy out your mouth.
Dude.
Do you hear me? Keep my wife's pussy out your mouth. I'll make Will Smith look like a little baby slap. I'll Biden slap you. And then I'll make you play with the hair on my legs.
You learn about roaches. And so those two, the couple donated $22,100 to charity, according to the documents, which once again doesn't matter because they're younger, so they only get like a $24,000 standard deduction. But that $22,000 they gave away did not earn them shit at all.
I think they gave it to that. They gave it to Handicap Strippers Anonymous. It's for all the one-legged strippers. They gave money to one-legged strippers so they could get prosthetics.
With this release, the president has shared a total of 24 years of tax returns with the American public, once again demonstrating his commitment to being transparent with American people about finances of the commander-in-chief. The White House said in a statement.
I thought when you said being transparent, I thought you said his commitment to being transgender.
No, that was Obama's wife. Biden's move contrast with his predecessor, Donald Trump, who broke with decades of tradition by refusing to release his tax records because it's nobody's business. In 2020, the New York Times obtained decades of Trump's tax reports, which should automatically land them all in jail. And 11 of the 18 years were examined by the paper. Trump paid $0 in federal income tax. Well, first off, if you have a really good tax guy, you don't pay taxes. Second off, dude, you don't understand business at all, because you have several people out there. The goal is to reduce the amount you owe. And with how much lavish lifestyle Donald Trump has, everything he owns it says Donald Trump down the side of it. So it's all a tax write-off because he's an icon. Even before he ran for president, he was a public person. So that means that damn near everything this man does is a tax write-off. So yeah, he's got very little. But in the bank, he'll have a lot more money. It's the game. Nobody wants to pay the IRS anything.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I don't know about you. I mean, I hate the fact that, I'm just a blue collar. We both are working class people, and I don't like giving my money or having my money taken from me, stolen from me by the government, and I have no say in what they're doing with it, because I would have done away with the food stamps and all kind of shit.
Would that be racist?
I'm just saying. I mean, we just read a thing last week on how they about to jack the age up on Social Security and all this stuff like that. I mean, so they send all this money to all these countries and all this shit and all stuff like that, and they're like, oh, we're gonna like when everybody was like during COVID when everybody's like, they sent us all this stimulus, this free money. I looked at somebody, I said, I don't know about you, but I work for a living. They just gave me some of my money back that they took. I paid more than that in taxes. That was just giving me some of my money back. They didn't give me shit. So, I mean, everybody, I don't know why these people think that, the government does not make money. They take money.
And I promise you this man don't get a tax return. I went to war with the IRS against trying to get him his damn money. They don't like him.
No, they like me.
Well, no, to be fair, the state of Louisiana's assholes.
Yeah, they got some fucked up shit.
Yeah, they got some fucked up tax laws.
Well, this next one, we just skim over it. It's not really a funny one or nothing like that. They gave me my grandkids' money. No, they gave me my money that they took. This one is from Newsweek. It says a former aide knocks Trump's dumb endorsements in GOP primaries.
Which is stupid.
Ex-Trump administration official Alyssa Griffin, along with a number of other Republicans, is knocking former President Donald Trump's endorsement ahead of the GOP primaries. Trump has thrown his support behind a slate of GOP candidates across the country, with some of those endorsements drawing the ire of Republican supporters and critics alike. In several states, Republican lawmakers and officials have openly worked to prevent some of those backed by the former president from winning, or in some cases even being able to appear on the primary ballot.
She got some big ass teeth.
The biggest way to defeat him is to electrically clip away the notion he is the most powerful endorsement in the country. He still is, but smart operatives need to play against him in races where he's made dumb endorsements. Farrah Griffin, who served as White House communications director under Trump, but has since become a critic, told Washington Post for an article published Saturday. In the Pennsylvania GOP Senate primary, Trump's endorsement of physician and television personality Dr. Oz last weekend has drawn substantial backlash from Republicans, many of whom question Oz's conservative credentials. On Friday, Trump issued an endorsement of J.D. Vance for the Republican Senate primary in Ohio. Let me just say this, all right? Some of these other Republicans say, oh, well, we don't know if Oz is a real Republican. You know what? Personally, I don't give a shit. You know, Trump is he's a free person, and he can basically endorse who he wants to, because the Republican Party, along with the Democratic Party, have both shit all over him. Because he didn't like
there's so many rhinos now.
Yeah, that he didn't toe the line because he didn't have to. So, you know.
And at the same time, anybody that states that Donald Trump endorsing you is a bad thing is a moron.
Yeah.
That man is loved from coast to coast, okay? There's even people in California that absolutely adore that man. So making a blanket statement like that, you're an idiot. It's totally biased. And second of all, that's her link over there. The Pasco County Update went ahead and dropped that in the chat. That's the link to her Wikipedia, where you could see she looks like a horse.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
she probably got fired or something, and that's why she hates him or something. So yeah, I'm not gonna keep reading, but it just goes on and on and on and on. But that's basically it. Some of them they're like being pissed off and hooping and hollering, complaining because of who Trump is endorsing.
Yeah, Trump can endorse anybody he wants. It's not for me or you to say.
Yeah, exactly.
It's called freedom of speech. Just
like,
hey, did we have that story about Elon Musk?
With a little bit of it is I read the whole thing. I can talk about it a little bit. You want to do this next one though, about Biden making threats?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, people with dementia make threats all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm. He threatens to use toilet paper sometimes. I pooped my pants.
Click it, because that's a really short story. Biden threatens to fire Harris staffers if he fucking Ukraine pop up. Give me a second. Biden threatened to fire Harris staffers if he found they were spreading negative stories about the VP book, the one that she's making profit off of while she's working in the White House, which I really thought was illegal. A reported excerpt of a new book reveals drama behind the scenes in the White House. And a new book exploring White House drama reveals that reports of dissatisfaction with Vice President Kamala Harris resulted in President Biden threatening to fire anyone who leaked stories to the media that made Harris look bad. Buddy, nobody makes her look worse than she does herself. According to This Will Not Pass. Thou shall not pass. Anyway, the Trump, Biden, and the Battle for America's Future, an upcoming book by the New York Times, Jonathan Martin, and Alex Burns, Biden was not pleased after reports of dissatisfaction among Harris staff came out in June. I don't remember that. In response to such report, Biden brought senior staff into the Oval Office and told them that if he found out any of them was stirring up negative stories about Vice President Biden, what?
That's probably
about the vice president.
That's probably how he
Biden
said it. That's probably exactly how he said it. Look, let me tell you. Wait, hold on. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. If y'all are saying bad, stuff about is that tapioca pudding right there? Yeah, but yeah, about President Kamala Harris. You know, I'm Jill's husband. You know, but if anybody says anything. Who am I talking about? Yeah. that would be the conversation. I'm pretty sure he's not doing much of anything up there.
They would quickly be former staff, according to an excerpt of the book reported by Politico. I don't see Joe Biden as the kind of guy that could sit across from somebody and say you're fired. Like, I mean, Trump even had a TV show about it. You're fucking fired.
Joe Biden don't know where he's at half the time. Did you see the recent stuff where he gave his speech and turned around and shake, I don't know, Casper's hand?
Oh, yeah.
There was
well, no, what it was is he was trying to shake people in the crowd's hand, trying to get them to come up, and nobody would get on the stage with him. That's what it was. People were embarrassed to share a stage with him.
And have you seen, did you see the funny little video that, of all people, made of mocking him and Kamala, the Saudis from Saudi Arabia?
Oh, God.
Made like a little skit video of Kamala and Joe. It's actually fucking hilarious. But
you gotta send it to me.
It's bad when the Saudi Arabians are making fun of us now. I mean, they fuck camels. I mean, be real. I mean,
you fuck sheep.
It's like goats.
The first year of the Biden-Harris administration was rife. That's a big word. With reports that Harris's staff was unhappy, as well as seemingly endless string of departures from the vice president's office as aide after aide resigns. They were probably touched inappropriately.
They were probably made to clean the stripper pole with poop on it.
Harris communications director, Ashley resigned in November to pursue other opportunities that came after reports of exasperation between Harris' office and Biden's amid lagging approval ratings of Harris. Yeah, whatever. Okay, yeah, nobody likes Kamala Harris. No. We've established this.
Her husband don't even like her.
We did it, Joe. Well, I mean, his name is Jackamoff, so.
No, I thought it was Dug him off. Dug him out or something.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what they say, right? You know what Confucius says, right?
Oh, a man who have hand in pocket be feeling cocky all day.
Oh, man who go to bed with scratchy, itchy butt, wake up with stinky finger.
This next one is funny as shit.
This next one?
It's all starting to come out.
I'm sure.
Secret Service.
Oh, yeah. This is from the Daily Mail. Barking mad. Secret Service agents were furious at Biden's White House for playing down the injuries caused by bites from the first dog Major before he was shipped off to a Vietnamese restaurant and eaten, new documents reveal. So,
that is not what the fuck it says.
Oh, I'm sorry. It says was shipped off to Biden's friends, new documents reveal. Secret Service agents were furious at the White House officials for toning down the injuries caused by bites from Major, the first dog, to the point where they even tried to get the president, Sleepy Joe, to pay for a coat that was ripped up into pieces, according to newly released documents. Secret Service agents also tried to keep details from the attack out of the spotlight. By not documenting them, the report said, the agency allegedly denied an agent's excessively detailed account. Now this is where shit gets interesting to me. Of what had happened in a bid to avoid tension between agents in the first family after Major bit agents on a daily basis for 8 days straight. See, they made it sound like he only bit like 2 people. This motherfucker was
like... Yeah, didn't they say he bit Biden?
It's like... No, that's because Biden was chasing him naked out of the shower. He said, I'm not going to do it. Official documents from the White House published in response to a Freedom of Information Act filing by Judicial Watch revealed that the attacks took place on earlier and later occasion than previous communicated to the public. What, they lied to us? Oh, no. They would never do that. It also addresses the Secret Service recent turmoil, which has seen several agents lose their jobs after an infiltration scandal involving at least 4 fake agents was revealed last week. One of the first and rare incidents when White House officials shared a dog biting incident about one of the two of Biden's German Shepherds was on March the 8th, 2021, when Press Secretary Jen Psaki said the first family's younger dog, Major, was surprised by an unfamiliar person and reacted in a way that resulted in a minor injury of the individual. Oh, he's at a farm up north. I thought they shipped him off to a Vietnamese restaurant and they made a meal out of him.
Did you see that picture at the very top with Joe Biden sitting at the DHA or whatever?
Yeah.
That dog looks like, what the fuck you looking at?
The dog's like, fuck, put me back in the cage. It's like, this dude's going to like try to fucking rape me or something. The attack that month took place on the last day of an 8-day biting streak. It's like this dog was like Hannibal the Lecter serial biter or something. And the agent who was injured was livid that Psaki didn't reveal the full extent of what had happened. Like, Psaki would never lie about nothing. His injuries were also described as severe by a close source to the White House. No, I didn't surprise the damn dog doing my fucking job by being it says redacted because they redacted some shit. It don't say the cuss words. I added that in there for dramatic effect also. As the press secretary just said, now I'm pissed, the wounded agent wrote to a colleague. In response, the agent's co-worker said via text message, shmush, which is SMH. I thought that meant shmush, but I found out that means shaking my head. Hope you didn't get hurt too fucking bad. Another series of text messages coming from an anonymous...
Well, no, Aaron, we actually talked about that. When they were releasing stories saying that the dog was pooping in the hallways, he was already gone. There was no dog in the White House at that time. They hadn't got the new one yet.
Pretty sure. We think it's Joe shitting on the floor.
Oh, yeah, it's Joe. Well, there was other Secret Service people that leaked that it was actually Joe Biden shitting on the floor.
The Secret Service agents included pictures of a bite area and said the injury cannot be described in any other term than severe. The attack took place sometime around 7 a.m. on March the 8th while the agent was with the First Lady Jill Biden on the second floor of the residence in the White House, the document says. Without warning or provocation, Major barked loudly at the agent and charged, states the new report shared by Judicial Watch, describing the way the
he
incident
drew his sidearm and pow!
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, that dog going to bite me. I'm just going to... Shots fired inside of the White House. Having no time to seek cover from the attack, the agent turned away from the dog as he bit into his right leg, the document for read.
That's a hit.
And an hour later, an hour after that attack that day, President Biden's former chief protective agent, David Chow, sent an email that read, Major bit one of the agents this morning. I put teriyaki sauce on him, and he was delicious. But the agent was okay, but does have bruising and a puncture. The same agent was later bitten a second time. But see, wouldn't have been a second time. I would have shot that dog. I'm sorry. I love dogs, but I'm not, bite me once, yeah, but no, you're going to take a bullet the second time. Fucking, Hannibal Lecter, the dog. But this...
I've been like, I'm taking this dog for a walk.
Yeah. Major was run over by a bus after the agent threw him in front of him. Yeah. But it is not yet known when that incident took place, although it took place soon after the first one. He was the only known PPD. What happened? The Presidential Protective Division agent to have suffered 2 attacks from Major in less than 10 days, according to the email. Pictures.
I would have been like, fuck this job.
Yeah. Pictures of his injuries caused by the dog bites were omitted from the report. Go figure. But 2 pictures showing an agent's wool overcoat, which was damaged on March the 6th, was shared. That day, President Biden and First Lady Jill were on their way back to the White House from the tapioca and croquet tennis pavilion. As Major came around the corner, he attacked me unprovoked, tearing the wool overcoat I was wearing that evening, the agent who wrote the account 2 months after it occurred in an attempt to be reimbursed said, "This attack occurred through no fault of my own, and I could not avoid this unusual circumstance due to the nature and requirements of my position." The unidentified Secret Service agents rejected the agent's narrative, writing, "Please," this is really what gets me, "please submit with the language that has been approved by the legal office." So they're basically telling this dude what to put in the report. Instead of putting the truth, they're telling him what to put in it. Is what, unless you dispute anything in the verbiage that was presented to you, there shouldn't be a need to embellish with additional details that aren't required for approval. So basically, don't write a detailed report saying everything that happened. Just put this in there. They basically told him what to put in this report.
I'll have to have Alex tell you a story one time about the police department. They basically did that shit to me. I kept telling them my tires were bald on the squad car. Every time it rained, I couldn't control the unit. So after they responded with that and said, "Your tires are fine," I wrote back this long, detailed thing about if I'm running code and I happen to hit moisture, it could send my car into an incipient skid, causing me to go end over end and possibly kill civilians. My tires were changed that afternoon. Yeah, and I got wrote the fuck up, but I got new tires.
This says if you then they told this agent, if you would like to submit a separate memo to memorializing the events on 3/6 in great detail, you certainly may, the email added, but your added language on the form provides more specificity than what the legal office requested. I have been told that if you update the request with the approved verbiage, your request will be presented. Basically, they told him, you're putting too much information in here. Well, we don't need that much information in here. Don't tell what happened. Just say, "Oh, I got bit by the dog." An email sent from another Secret Service employee heavily criticized the injured agent account and called it excessively detailed. Ain't that what a report's supposed to be?
That's what I thought.
Should be excessively detailed and inappropriate. I'm sorry, I told the truth.
I would have replied to that email and said, "Okay, I'll shorten it. This fucking dog bites me one more time,
I'm going to shoot it." Yeah. The unknown critic also said, "I was asked to have him submit with the language that was already been approved by the legal office. Not sure if he will or not. I don't think it's about the money anymore." So, like I said, they keep saying this. They told this dude what to write and put in a report. And it's like, no, that's not what happened. I'm going to put every little thing in the report. A memo shared on April 12th stated that Secret Service officials explained the delicateness of the situation in terms of potential damage and the trust of our protectees to the twice attacked agents. The bitten agent withdrew his request to be paid back, but still thinks the first family should reimburse him for the damage done to his coat rather than the Secret Service. That's because they had Cujo dog. That's what happens when you have a dog that has been sexually raped too many times. It gets aggressive. After some deep thought and reflection, I don't believe the USSS, I guess that's the United States Secret Service, should be responsible for the damage to my coat, as the cause was not under their control. To be compensated in this manner would essentially have the cost borne by the taxpayer, and this would be unjust. The email sent out to the agent read, adding, "The responsibility should lie with the party responsible for the wrongdoing, and that, of course, would be the dog owners."
Just
that's right.
pop-up question.
Why don't they just get Hunter to, give him a new coat, take the crack out the pocket?
Here's the question. I come to your property. One of your Great Danes gets out and latches onto my fucking arm. Who's liable?
Me.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
And if you come onto my property, my German Shepherd decides to turn your foot into a fucking snack, yeah, I'm responsible. That's, just because you're the president, don't make your acts exempt.
He probably remember he had a dog. It seems the Secret Service management seemed more concerned about managing press relations than taking care of its agents. No shit.
Yeah, they kept it a secret until the fucker bit Joe.
Major soon left the White House for the Asian restaurant and is being eaten as we speak by family and friends. They said he made a delicious sweet and sour pork, teriyaki chicken on a stick, and sweet and sour.
I ain't had that in a while. Teriyaki chicken on a stick. Looks like a rat. You ever notice that?
Yeah, it does. I call it rat on a stick. Biden's other German Shepherd, Champ, died before the first family adopted the new puppy of the same breed, Commander. But so anyway, it keeps going on. I could keep reading this another 20 minutes. Anyway, the Bidens had a vicious dog that was eating the Secret Service people. But I mean, how do y'all know he was not eaten? Has anybody seen him? Have you seen Major? No, you haven't seen him.
He's hanging out at Hunter's house.
He's like, oh, that's a bad. This was a major good dish right here. What? You don't know? You don't know?
I don't know. That is a true fact.
No, I don't know. You know, I'm just making fun, fact checker. What you got next? Because that was a doggone good story. Literally, the dog's gone.
Got this story. It says living with a gun owner.
A gone?
Significantly, yeah.
Was that from that movie, The Goonies, or
the gone from day, Iceman? Living with a gun owner significantly increases your risk of getting killed. No, that's not true. It's been proven, no, it hasn't, for decades that people who live in homes with firearms are at higher risk for suicide or homicide. Well, don't break into my house and I won't have to homicide your fucking ass.
Exactly.
But the details are far starker than we previously imagined. According to a new study, adults who live with gun owners, so you're not an adult if you're a gun owner?
You're a child. You're a gun owner.
I'm a gun. I am, in fact, a gun owner. It's a damn shame my boat sank last year with all my guns on board.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to tell you something. I'm being dead serious, Steve. Y'all listen up. I do own guns, but I identify as a non-gun owner. So now I'm safer.
Adults who live with gun owners are actually twice as likely to get killed. Only if you step in their way.
Not if you identify as a non-gun owner.
Right. The new study, which was published today in Annals of Internal Medicine.
Annals.
ANNALS. Ain't that Annals?
I guess.
Of Internal Medicine. Analyzed. What the hell do they have?
Well, I'm just saying it sounds like it has a bunch of assholes wrote this story. So, I mean, I guess it could be Annals.
Yeah. Yeah, many gun owners say that they need a gun to protect their families, but what actually happens with those guns tells another story. According to the study, 36.9% of those killed by firearms in this study were killed by a spouse or domestic partner. Well, that means 54%. No, that's wrong too. 64%, something like that. The mass majority are the ones that didn't do that. Jesus.
I wanted them to do a study on like these blue cities that have these real stringent gun laws and how many people are murdered with guns in these almost gun-free cities.
Oh, like New York? The mass gunman that we covered on Wednesday? Now, New York now has some of the toughest gun laws in the entire United States. So theoretically, you should not be shot in New York. No, you shouldn't, because it's a gun-free zone. But what the hell just happened? Crazy motherfucker walked down the street in the subway and just started blasting.
Yeah, you're right. Guns don't kill people. Husbands come on early kill people.
Bingo.
The problem these government officials think that, we need all this gun control, we need this and that. Let me tell you what. All you're doing is hurting the law-abiding people, because criminals don't give a shit about the fucking law anyway. They don't care.
There you go, Shanna. Yeah, it's the same thing up there in Chicago, too. Crazy gun laws. But yet, there's how many people murdered a day in Chicago? It was like at least one a day, I thought.
But see, they're changing the numbers because those people that were murdered are identifying as not murdered people. So as long as you identify as a non-murdered person, the murder rate goes down.
Oh, okay. And then they could vote in the next election.
And the people that killed them and murdered them are identifying as not murderers. So they can't be arrested.
We're not actually going to cover this three-lettered agency sign, right?
No, we're at an hour. We're good. I mean, it was actually, I was throwing stuff out there. It was interesting there, wasn't it?
Well, no, I agree that it's interesting, but we already pushed the envelope, and putting that three-lettered hate group, any photos or anything on our backdrop, probably ain't gonna fly.
I didn't put the picture up, but I didn't put the picture. I didn't have time. But no, we got plenty. So did you read that text I sent earlier today?
Text me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna email you some stories.
I went to Stein's, which is a local hardware store, because I'm trying not to spend no money at Home Depot if I don't have to, since, you know, they want to unpackage my whiteness. You right, Shanna. Gun. I can put a loaded gun on a table all day long and sit there, and it's not going to hurt a person.
I like that Family Guy episode where he put his service weapon on the table and says, "Kill."
The gun's
kill.
The gun's not going to kill anybody. People kill people. But I went to Stein's today, because I've been putting a new metal roof on the clubhouse here. It's going to be the death of me. Hopefully, in about two more weekends, I should have it done. Anyway, I'm about I think I'm like $2,500 in right now, and I'm still not. I'm getting closer, but getting closer. Point of the story is I went to the store. I went to the hardware store today. I bought some more 1x4s for my runners, and I bought some more 10 and some ridge vent. I bought 12 more sheets, and I put it this way: I bought 12 sheets of 10, which is $25 a sheet. I bought 20 1x4s, which are like $7 a piece, and I don't remember how much. I bought 3 pieces of ridge vent, and I don't remember how much that was. Well, it's a drive-through. You drive up in. It's not like you drive up into the warehouse area where all the wood and stuff is. It's a big building. You drove in with my trailer. The guys helped me load it up, and it's chained off. So you pull up. The little girl comes out, and she looks and counts everything you have, and she goes and checks you out, and you pay for it. So she comes out, and I get out the Jeep. I go over there. I'm watching her. We go back in the little cashier area, and she's like, "Okay, then." And I didn't think. I didn't know. I guess I do now, but she didn't count everything. She wasn't paying attention or something. Because she rings it up, and she's like, "That will be $149. I'm like, well, I know for a fact that's wrong. That's just the price of the 20 boards that I bought. Now, most people, I'll say a lot of people would have said, okay, stuck that card in there, paid for it, and drove the fuck off. Y'all have heard me on my other podcast. I just think, the only thing you really have is your word and your integrity. I looked at that girl because I'm thinking, because I did think about it. I was like, God, this would just save me a shit ton of money. But I, like I said, my word, my integrity. I looked at her and I said, I think you didn't count everything. She went, what do you mean? She's like, I bet she was some high school kid. I said, did you count the metal I had in there? She says, oh, I didn't even notice it. She goes back up because I've done bought this same. I knew how much it was going to be, or right around it, because I've been there several times. This is like the amount I buy, because that's about the amount I can do by myself in one day. because I knew it would be right around $550 for what I had. You know, she goes, rings it up, and it comes to $542 and some change. And I paid for it, and I'm like, you should look me, I'm honest. Because I could have walked out of there with $550 worth of shit for $150. You know, that would have saved me I could have saved $400 a day and didn't do it. So
I'd have went right back and bought a full trailer again.
No, I told her. But I could have said okay and paid it and walked out and then drove off. She had never done it different. But I didn't do it.
The next guy got a free load.
No. So, but
China.
Like I said, I mean, I got to, practice what I preach, So.
I guess.
You said
you ain't going shopping with me.
You said you'd have drove off.
I'd have drove the fuck off.
That little girl wouldn't even get
Look,
fired.
man, no, she wouldn't. They would have never noticed that loaded that shit.
The inventory would have been
until
off.
The inventory dropped, and then they'd be like, by then, you ain't going to catch them. I used to work retail, man. I know that shit don't pop up for months.
Well, still.
Well, but it is a local business, so I'll give you that one. Had it been Home Depot, I got you. Because if it was mom and pop, a local business, I might have said something. A big box store like Home Depot that rips people off and pays people way too damn less, yeah, I'm driving the fuck away from that place.
Well, Stein's, it's locally owned. I mean, they have quite a few. They're not a Home Depot. They have more than one store, but it's locally owned and operated in Louisiana. So, but no, so that's what I got. You got anything you want to say?
I ain't got nothing, boss. I'm tired as hell. I will be trying to get my other page to go live. I know I'm like probably the only person in Pasco County that actually listens to this podcast besides the other half. And but I am going to be starting a new podcast called the Pasco County Update. You probably seen it chatting in here. It's because it's logged in. But basically, it'll cover any type of corruption or anything that happens in my local town. And if you guys want to laugh a little bit, you could just log in and listen. Because once again, it'll be a lot of political stuff, but it's more on a local level. And Iceman didn't believe me. When I started throwing stories at him, he always just thought I was full of shit. But this county's bass backwards. There's a reason why we were the stars on Live PD.
Well, everybody, like I said, hopefully we'll be able to figure out what the fuck's going on with Facebook eventually. Because let me switch over right here and look. Yeah, it just says sending data. So I don't know what happened. They got it. Something's going on. It might be from when we got dinged.
Yeah, because I can't go live on my Pasco County Update. I can't. I tried, and it's like, nope. So I made Alex the manager of the page, and boom, he can go live. I'm like, what the hell?
So I'm going to play with it some, but you just have to post the video. Anyway, everybody. Anyway, Aaron, Shanna, appreciate y'all watching. There's some other people in here, I guess.
Absolutely, everybody. Thanks for watching. We love every one of you.
Like and subscribe. Hit the bells, and if you're on, listen to the audio. Give us a review. Shout you out. Until next week, stay free.
Remember, be good at it. Take care, everybody.
We're out. Stay free. Never give in.